Welcome to the top 10 Starfield mods of the week, episode 4. I have 10 awesome mods to share with you this week, but before we do take a look at them, make sure you do subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any future episodes in this series. Yet another week has passed with almost 1,000 mods created for Starfield, so I have narrowed it down to just 10, and kicking off the top 10 countdown in 10th place this week is the Optics Reimagined mod from Plague. So this mod changes almost every single holographic sight within the game. A lot of the reticles inside of the holographic sights are quite large, but this mod aims to make them thinner and smaller so you can actually see the targets you are shooting at more easily. By removing some of the visual noise on where you should be aiming, it does help, I would say, when using these sort of sights, because in some cases I found myself to not want to use some of the holographic sights when going through the game. In 9th place this week, we have the Photo Mode Camera Improvements mod from Hopper31. This mod improves various aspects of the camera within photo mode, allowing you to take different photos that the base game doesn't allow you to do. For example, it reduces the range restriction for the camera in both free and orbital camera modes, so you can go as far away as you want from your playable character. The mod also removes collision for the camera, so you can now fly through pretty much every piece of geometry, so buildings, ships, the ground even, which is cool to see, literally anything. Speaking of collision, when you get close to either your playable character or NPCs, they will disappear, but that's not the case anymore. You can go as close to the character models as possible now, or you can even go inside the models. There is even an increase to the max angle for the selfie camera mode. In 8th place this week, we have the Better Console mod from Linux version. So this mod is an enhanced console that you can now use in the game that's much better than the one found in the base game. You're able to copy text, overlay it into the game as it's running in the background, as well as change how big the console window is. It has search history, along with integration with other SE mods. A lot of mods do make use of the console feature in this game, so having a much improved console in this game is really helpful for modding. In 7th place this week, we have the Star UI mod from M8 R98A4F2. This is by far the most expansive HUD mod that there is so far. You are able to pretty much customize all of it. You can change the position, scale, rotation and colour of each widget however you like. You can get rid of things if you don't want them. There are a couple of new widgets such as Tag Label and Lutometer. Lutometer basically displays a bar between your crosshair which fills up with the value per mass value of the item, so you can easily see how heavy it's going to be. There are just so many quality of life improvements included with the base mod without you needing to even customize anything yourself, but if you do want to spend time tweaking your HUD to be however you like, whether it be the colours or locations, then it's up to you. In 6th place this week, we have the Starfield Dynamic Weather mod from Ainsley. So this mod introduces dynamic weather as you play through the game, with even more weather variations that aren't included in the base game. You'll find a variety of thunderstorms, sandstorms, snow, rain, sun, and more, even in places that in the base game don't have these weather conditions. It will happen, so it does add more variety, and I'm a big fan of dynamic weather in games, and I'm very happy about this. Another neat thing about this mod is that it gives you the option to have different transition times between weather, so you can have slow, medium or faster transitions between the types of weather, which is really thoughtful in my opinion. There is also a realistic file that makes it stay true to real life, so you won't get snow in deserts, for example, stuff like that. In 5th place this week, we have the MClass Modules and Ship Builder Unlock mod from Troigi. So this mod allows you to use the M-Class modules that aren't in the game as ship builder parts already. So you can literally build some humongous ships that the base game doesn't allow you to do. There is also no length limitation either. On top of that, it grants you all stages of Starborn Guardian ships as well, these ships to your heart's content. Some people really just want to create the absolute biggest ships possible with these unique parts, and you are able to do that with this mod. In 4th place this week, we have a brand new mesh import mod, and it's the Fett helmet from Yeti. So this mod makes use of K-Boy's mesh import tool to mesh import Boba Fett's helmet. It replaces the Graviplast helmets with Boba Fett variant helmets, so there are a couple of colours to choose from. There is the dark green, light blue, and grey variants to choose from. If you don't want to use the Graviplast helmet, there is an optional file that does replace the Mantis helmet if you do wish to do that. Whilst I'm not a huge fan of this model that's been imported, say the Battlefront 2 one is much better than this one, but it's a good start. There aren't too many mods that import meshes so far. We have had the Stormtrooper one, this one, plus one I will be showing you later on in this video, but it's early days yet. Hopefully there will be more in the future, and more improvements can be made to outfits and other accessories we really do want to see in the game. In the 3rd place this week, we have the Dark Saber mod from DAC181. So this mod introduces the Dark Saber into Starfield, one of the most beloved lightsaber style weapons there is. So this weapon is just awesome, and whilst it isn't a mesh import mod, it retextures the Wacky Sashi weapon, and on top of that includes custom sound effects as well for the swinging, which you can listen to right now. If you pair this with one of the Mandalorian mods, then you will be very happy with how it goes together. It's a great pairing. The runner-up for this top 10 Mods of the Week episode is the Immersive Lightsabers mod from SomberX. So this mod replaces the Wacky Sashi with a lightsaber. It's not entirely a lightsaber that we've seen in Star Wars, but it is an inspired design. As you can see, it has a hilt along with the light blade, which works well, but that's not the only thing. It does include sound effects for the swinging and ignition and retraction, so I'll play them for you now. This mod will receive updates in the future to have new hilts inspired by the various companies found in the game. And the winner of this top 10 Mods of the Week episode is the Starfield HD Rework Textures mod from Hulk Hogan PL. So this mod reworks the various textures in the game for the environment and such to be high resolution. So you can see here that rocks and materials for the walls, floors, terrain and more have been vastly improved in terms of resolution. It's not just buildings and terrain. You will also notice that NPCs have also had greater improvements when it comes to their face, so the crowds look much better in places like New Atlantis. I know some people will be asking, won't this just reduce FPS even more? In most cases, no. It's not really having much of an effect from the people that have been using it and from my experience. Which mods were your favourites this week? Let me know down in the comment section below, and remember you can check out each of these mods for yourself using the download links in the description below. If you do have a standout mod for this week, make sure you do vote in the community tab poll, which will be on my channel page. I will share the results at the end of next week's episode. Now let's take a look at the results of last week's episode, which 500 of you voted in. So the winner with 45% of the vote was the Mandalorian the Bounty Hunter mod. Then in second place was the customizable ship interiors mod with 24%. In third place was the Mandalorian Boba Fett and Jango Fett mod with 17%, and just behind that with 14% was the Galactic Stormtrooper voice lines mod. If you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like to help support the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And if you did miss any of my previous videos, click on the playlist on screen right now, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.